Go.
Hi everyone. I had a a student, ask about his dog was barking at the doorway when they ate dinner. And so I have something that I'm going to teach you that kind of goes along with this. And it's threshold training. So you're going to train your dog to respect boundaries, meaning doorways and maybe a fence doorway. Just different areas where you don't want your dog to go sometimes, but you want them to be allowed in there when you say they can. So we have our dining room table right next to me here, and I'm going to pretend like we want him to stay in the bedroom, which usually it's actually the opposite. So what I'm going to do is get my dog to go in the bedroom, and he turns around. We're going to pull him up right to where the threshold is here, and he already knows what we're doing. I'm going to bop him on the chest a little bit, like that, and then I'm going to show him like this, so that he knows he's not allowed to pass that. Now, he's not going to try to because he's trained to do this, but your dog will, and I'm going to call him through so that I can put him back and show you what you would do if your dog were to pass it. Dewey, freeze. So, if your dog were to pass it on his own, you would just say no. Preferably you'd have a correction collar and a leash on him, so you can give him a correction, and you're just going to lead him right back, and, we're going to bop him on the chest there and do that again. And I just like to go like this so that they see this is where you don't want them to pass. Some people put tape up against these here, like right across here, and they'll lower it as time goes on. I don't usually do that because I want them to respect it all the time, not when there's just tape there, and I don't really like phasing that out. But if you want to try it that way, you can. It's just something that's going to take a lot of work. If you're sitting down eating dinner, expect to get up and correct your dog number of times, especially the first few times you do this. And then once he starts to understand it, you'll have to get up less and less. But don't get irritated with him and don't lose your temper. Always just bring him back. You don't want him to start being afraid of you. You just want him to learn that he has to stay in that room or in that part of your house until you say he can move. You can apply this to like gates and fences also, but I would wait to do that until you have a really reliable recall, just in case your dog were to run past you and you for some reason couldn't grab onto them. So that is the threshold, and I was thinking maybe that those people that brought the golden puppy in would want to try that out at their doorway instead of having the door shut with the dog barking. I think that the dog will probably stop barking if there isn't a door in the way. And once he learns it this way with the door open, when we shut the door, he'll be more comfortable with it. And one other thing to remember is that if your dog stays in there really, really well, is that at the beginning stages, the first few times you do this, you can bring them food and tell them they're good and use your marker word and praise them there so that they realize that staying there means good things come there and they're not likely to want to come back this way at you. All right, we'll see you soon.